If my younger self could see me now, he wouldn't believe it because going into high school, into college, I my only thought of prospering was just getting a business degree and maybe trying to either start a business or work up through like a kind of corporate structure. I would see work as something I needed to do to make money for me to enjoy my life outside of work, and seeing the day to day how much I love working. I mean, I look at the clock and oh my god, it's already 5 o'clock. A couple years ago, I was counting the minutes before it would get there, so I would be through the roof. Wouldn't be able to believe that I am where I am today. I am Kevin Taylor. I am a help desk associate, and I work for Hi-Rez Studios. I was born and raised in Elbert County, Georgia, a very small town in northeast Georgia, right on the border of South Carolina. Pretty much high school to college to my adult life have always been in Georgia, minus a couple of years. I had a little stint out in Texas, but I'm back and going to be here probably for the foreseeable future. I got interested in games basically from birth. There's an old time video of my older brother getting the regular Nintendo, and I'm just a baby in that video. So my entire life, I have played games from the regular NES all the way up to the current gen consoles and PC games. And what really got me wanting to develop games is I've always been a fan of storytelling. I used to do movie video projects instead of writing papers in school, and I've always been into technology, so the storytelling behind games is what's really interested me and gravitated me towards the industry itself. I went to school at the University of West Georgia and was actually just for a business degree. I was a kid, didn't really know what to do, so I just kind of got a business degree and kind of went from there. From there, while working, I then started taking online classes for technical certifications to get certified in the technical fields of just basically computer repair and assembly to the start, up to networking servers and so forth. And then that kind of got me into the in the door with having a business background as well as technical knowledge. Was able to do more applicable to being in the business world and also taking on managerial roles and projects. I got into the game industry by persistence. I working in IT, working for managed service providers, different, you could be law firms, doctors, etc. You get really the grind day in and day out of helping help desk IT, and I would just constantly search for game development companies and IT positions. I would even reach out to the HR emails directly until an opening was available. And I believe honestly it was LinkedIn that I finally found a high res application that I was able to get a part of the company. Definitely being a game dev in Georgia is not only possible, but I think it's thriving, and a lot of people just don't realize how big of a potential that there is here in Georgia, as well as being from Georgia and freelancing and type of work. Everything always feels like you're outside looking in sometimes, especially with a lot of rural, counties and towns. But you really can be a part, given if you're able to have the tools and opportunities in front of you. The thing I like most about being part of Hi-Rez Studios here in Georgia is the overall culture. The gaming culture, it speaks to you differently than the generic sort of business environment. Everyone is, of course, a gamer like you, and with your hobbies and likes, and the atmosphere. The management realizes that, so they don't try to treat the job and the employees as 9 to 5 suit and tie, this and that. They understand the flexibility when it comes to hours working for gamers. the atmosphere that helps people thrive to be creative and collaborative. So I really love that sort of atmosphere. It's vastly different from the generic standard that we've come to know for the past 50, 60 years in the business
Growing
world.
up in a small town in Georgia, I thought I had no chance. One of the main reasons when I went to school and just became business management is even from a small town, we were behind on a lot of things technologically. Like my most technical class in public school was like the AV class that you basically put on the morning announcement production, which is just a camera and you're speaking from a paper script. So going into college, I didn't even feel confident enough to even pursue a technical degree because I felt I was kind of so far behind the curve that was uh, not worth it, or I wouldn't be able to thrive in it. So I didn't really have the confidence to do that until in my adult life when I decided to start getting some technical training. So my role at Hi-Rez is I support the game developers in their processes. I help control the licensing of the different programs that they need so they have access to what they can do, and I help make sure everything's up and running, especially nowadays where work from home has become almost embedded into life and culture, and it works so well that we have entire server and PC farms that everyone remotes into. I keep them running to make sure that they can, they need to keep working in order for us to keep a collaborative environment and moving forward. So a lot of cool things like building PCs from scratch. That's really awesome to do. Maintaining them, keeping the network up and going, just so the all around support from hardware to software to help our devs thrive.